Alright. Welcome back to Metal Heroes Review, episode 150. Yep, I finally reached this number for this Toku series reviews I do. The only one currently that hasn't reached as far yet is the Ultra one, which still be a little while before I get back to that. So, in this particular episode, I am discussing episodes 23 to 25 of Blue SWAT. 23-24 is a two-parter which debuts a brand new character known as Gold Platinum. Oh yeah, and also we unveil the Space Mafia's backstory here. Well, whether it's a part of Government Earth, where the commander there, the one who basically was SNG's body, gave a full exposition dump that lasted about 5 minutes. So fighting them basically is an upcoming invasion happening, that it's coming more into fruition with this two-parter, and he unveils that the Space SWAT pretty much destroyed their main headquarters. So, are they the first villain faction in Metal Heroes history who does not have a main headquarters? Well, we'll find out and see, because apparently it was destroyed. So, and then he says, then we destroyed the space SWAT, despite the fact that was done by a different alien who did that. That was explained back in episodes 13 and 14 of the show. Mind you, this is episodes 23-24. It has been 9 episodes since then, and we're finally expanding upon this. And and also there's this whole thing of basically show is it's showing the fact that apparently throughout a few instances throughout the show he's been getting very anxious, and basically the battles almost like he's going through PTSD here with this particular character. The character with PTSD kind of, and this sparks basically this mysterious voice who turns to be Gold Platinum, who comes from, they don't say the future, more like he comes to a warp, and he comes to from maybe from a different distant galaxy he gets here. And it's shown in this two-parter when he shows up. He's living in 5 aliens at once with basically his graviton gun, which is probably the most that they've shown in the show, because occasionally, for the first 10 or so episodes, they're lucky if they show 1 or 2 or maybe 3 if they're lucky, probably due to budget constraints, and now they can show more. My guess is that, and this is my personal theory on the matter, is that Toei must have increased their budget a little bit to allow them to get this particular increase in their in the case of their suits. So they increase it here, and he shows up, and then somehow basically him show up in episode 23. Death Sub 24, where apparently he want to use his warp to bring about an armada of space mafia spaceships. Not the UFOs, different spaceships. And it almost works. They of course they also have this in this two-parter where this businessman wants to, he runs a conglomeration which owns a hospital. Nothing unusual about this. Businesses usually own hospitals. And somehow he winds up ZG, despite the fact, I'm guessing probably the reason why, because the father himself is legally deceased. So he wants to adopt him, but apparently the whole adoption was a fake, just to bring out basically the Blue SWAT, and they also inadvertently tell them where the headquarters is, so their office is burnt down. The office itself made its debut in episode 2, and now it's gone. After 21 episodes, it's gone. Yep, the Blue Research Office is gone. And basically now they're headquartered of some abandoned building off someplace. So that nice building. Also, when they show sleeping, he sleeps on their couch with his wooden armrest. that to me feels very uncomfortable. I would rather see it if a couch like that had pillows on it, because sleeping on wood is not comfortable at all. So there's that. Though, of course, basically that, well, after some convincing not to kill the CEO of the conglomeration, they end up destroying the console that basically causes the warp, and then Gold Platinum politely leaves. Like, he plays a role big in episode 23. He plays a bit of a small role in 24. He plays a minor role in episode 25. It just, in 25, his appearance in that episode was completely random. Yeah, because with that one, it's like, oh, these mysterious waves cause a neighbor, cause kids to go be scared, and also affects Sho and Siege and Sho and Sarah, which of course basically cause them to get scared. Eventually, I think some kids they're there help create a basically a sort of like a anti-wave gun, at least a way to get rid of the waves, and it works. And eventually they do stop the aliens, and that's that. Yeah, I get the fact why basically it was episode 25 was standalone, because we just came off a two-parter. Now, are we going to expect this when we reach episode 33 and 34 once again? Because it seems like every 10 or so episodes, if we reach 3 and 4, it has to be a two-part, everything else to be standalone. That's what kind of seems like the format of this one. But we'll find out and see. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the video. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe to notifications. Next, we have a Comic Con, and it's on to Project Red. Okay, thanks you. Bye.